Hello, Texas fans. I'm Riley Zayas of HornsIllustrated.com, and this is the week ahead for the Horns. Well, it is for the second time this fall game week for the Texas football team. Sounds great to say that. They open up the conference schedule with a highly anticipated, nationally televised showdown against the Texas Tech Red Raiders in Lubbock. With a 2:30 p.m. Central Time kickoff, the game will be televised across the nation on Fox. You can also catch it over the radio on 104.9 The Horn, with Craig Way, as always, on the call. The Horns, coming off a bye week, will face their first road test of the season. And while the Lubbock atmosphere never fails to challenge opponents, Texas will have sophomore wide receiver Jake Smith back from a hamstring injury that kept him out of the season opener, and quarterback Sam Ehlinger coming off a week in which he threw for a whopping 426 yards against UTEP. Offensive coordinator Mike Yurkich's new up-tempo offense seems to be functioning very, very well for the Texas offense, but will face a key test in the conference opener. Offensively, Texas Tech is led by quarterback Alan Bowman, who is quick while running in the open field and has quite an arm on passing plays. Now, moving over to the soccer field, on Friday, the Texas soccer team will host the Oklahoma Sooners at Mike A. Myers Stadium in Austin. The 7 p.m. start time will be broadcasted live on Longhorn Network. You can catch Texas's Showdown, the soccer version of the Red River Showdown, live on Longhorn Network. Texas has not begun the season the way that they would have liked, starting the season with back-to-back games in which they were shut out and falling to 0-2 on the season. With the NCAA tournament set to be held in April at 75% of the typical amount of teams in the tournament, meaning the field will be much smaller, and just 7 games left on the schedule, the Horns will need to start finding the back of the net very soon. That will start with Berg, who leads the Longhorns in shots on goal with 32. However, Oklahoma has had some bigger concerns than just getting shut out in back-to-back contests. The Sooners' first 2 matches were postponed due to COVID-19 precautions, meaning this will be Oklahoma's first official match of the 2020 season. The Texas volleyball team will finally open up their season on the road in Norman, Oklahoma, facing none other than the Oklahoma Sooners. They will face the Sooners in back-to-back games on Thursday and Friday, with Thursday's match beginning at 6:30 p.m. Central Time and Fridays at 6 p.m. Central Time. You can catch both of those live on ESPNU. Now, the schedule format for this season will be a conference-only slate, with each of the 9 Big 12 teams playing 8 two-game series. Texas has a lot of upside heading into the 2020 season. In the Big 12 preseason coaches poll, Texas was picked to win the conference, and Oklahoma, who also has a lot of talent, selected to finish 4th. In addition, the Horns' hopes for a national title still remain intact, with the NCAA tournament set to be held in April at 75% of the typical amount of teams in the tournament, meaning, assuming Texas gets into the tournament, their chances for a national title increase significantly, especially with the talent they have, led by Logan Eggleston and Asia O'Neal, who should team up to lead the Horns as they did last year when the Texas was number 1 in the country in hitting percentage. Well, Texas fans, that'll do it for the week ahead for the Horns. Have a great week. Hook 'em.